My initial concern, as it was for Cameron Menzies, as it is for Dom Taylor, is their well-being, and that's it.
Well, let's see indeed what the PDPA do. When I was interviewing James Wade the other day in the wake of what happened with Cameron, Wadey was of the opinion that he didn't think the PDPA would have reached out to Cameron at that point, but we'll see.
They have now, I can assure you that.
Okay, well, that's good to hear that that's the case. But
Alan Warner is here for that very reason.
Okay.
He's hooked up with Menzies, and he's now hooked up with Dom, and he's just trying to do whatever he can. But I'm with Nico. They're reactive. They're not proactive. Listen, everybody knows what's going on within the sport. Be proactive. Don't react. It's too late. It's too. We knew. Listen, Menzies has been a bomb waiting to explode for a long time, as I was. Right. There was nobody there for any of us.
Well, we hope that Dom gets the support that he requires from all concerned, family, friends, this particular business, the PDPA and all sorts. What it does mean is that Johnny Clayton is the first player through to round 3 by means of a bye. So Johnny will have Christmas off, and that's not the way he would have wanted to
I can assure you not.
Absolutely not. He's not feeling great about this one bit. He goes home with his family a little bit early. He will come back, and he's got a few days to clear his mind of what's going on.
I'm with Nico. I can tell you one thing now. His concern will be not him getting through to the next round. His concern will be with Dom Taylor and making sure he's okay.
For those that don't know, Johnny Clayton is one of the most sought-after players. When they get together for the floor tour events, a lot of people seem to get around Johnny. They want to be part of his.
They clamber to be on the table.
Yeah, they want to be around Johnny because he's just such a lovely guy.
I'll leave you with this one last thing. Dom Taylor, don't lie anymore, because when you do, you're gone.
So the full talk about that particular piece with Chris Murphy and Paul Nicholson is on our Darts YouTube channel for you to view as and when. But we are waiting for 4 more ties to round off round 1, the highlight of which is Bo Greaves against...
We've got 4 cracking ties.
We've got 4 cracking ties. I will highlight Bo against Daryl Gurney first of all. One, because talkSPORT is sponsoring Bo Greaves at this tournament. She does have a talkSPORT logo on her dart shirt. But I was chatting with Nico backstage earlier, and I was pondering to myself, has there ever been an occasion when it's been a match at the World Championship between a male and female player where the female player is the favourite with the bookmakers?
No, and there's a reason why. I'm not sure about this, right? You know I love numbers, right? And I don't just look outside. I go to the depths to find data that gives me and our listeners and viewers an advantage. And I'm very much I think if Bo Greaves hits the most 180s, she wins, right? Because her 180 stats are superior to that of Gurney. And for me, those stats have to be relevant tonight for her to win, because Gurney's a wily character, a 2-time major winner, a World Cup champion. He gets this game. And if this was a couple of years ago and you told me this, I go, I don't get it, right? But I do get it, because Bo beat Luke Littler in the semi-finals of the World Youth in a match for the ages. If only that would have been on TV, it would have been an epic, right? But that was at the end of a day's play. Now, if Bo has a vulnerability, Nico, it's early doors, right?
Yes, because if you play a lot of women's series darts like she does, she, even in an open draw, can sometimes get very favourable games, and she can work her way into the tournaments. And by the time she gets to the last 16, quarter-final, semi-final,
she's on fire.
She is ready for the biggest test of the day, and that's why she's won, was it 70 games in a row on the women's series circuit? Where bonkers. She goes, she wins. This is the acid test. Can you do it against elite players at the biggest venue in the world? Not literally, but the biggest place to play darts.
Now, last year, her numbers didn't stack up even to be a top 50 PDC player, right? a year ago. Gurney, 93.23 for the season. Bowgraves, 90.57. But she's playing at a lower level.
Yes.
Right? You introduce her into the Pro Tour, as we'll see next year. She may lose matches, but she'll be losing with 95s, 96, 97s.
The thing that proves Mace's point is if you take a player as a test case and you put them on the Challenge Tour for a year and you take their accumulative average for those games and compare them to sometimes on the Pro Tour, 99 times out of 100 the Pro Tour average is higher.
Okay.
Because they're up against better players and they get less chances at doubles.
It's a big night for the island. Well, it's been a big day for the island of Ireland because we had Mickey Mansell and Josh Rock in action on the stage this afternoon. Willie O'Connor, who played Bo Greaves last time at the World Championship, he's on first tonight.
He's been put through the ringer.
Against
he's got the thumb.
Krzysztof Kciuk, who was the Polish #1 before Ratajski took over. As I mentioned, Bo Greaves, Daryl Gurney second up. The Asp, Nathan Aspinall against Lawrence Ilagan.
Why are we not talking about that game?
Yeah.
That game is explosive, to say the least.
Me and Nico would lock ourselves away to do that one in here.
I honestly would pay a lot of money to watch them play darts. That's a great fixture.
That's going to be a fascinating clash. They met once before. It was only 6-5 to Nathan Aspinall, but they're going to clash not in a negative way, but they're so different.
The styles make fights, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And just finally, Keane Barry, who's not had a great year, a young Irishman, up against Pusey of Australia. No, he's got rid of that nickname. We're not going there.
Two different types of players. Pusey's a live wire. Keane just wants to play darts. If Keane is placid and can handle Pusey, he wins. It's as simple as that. But John's on the stage, so why don't we just get cracking?
Nico, thank you very much for the time being. Paul Nicholson will be back with Chris Murphy for our second game, which is Bo Greaves against Daryl Murphy, but you can hear
Do not miss that.
No, well, don't miss any of it.
No.
Just make sure you got the app with you if you're out and about, but if you buy your laptop or your tablet or your phone and you got us on YouTube, well, we'll keep you entertained for your Friday night.
And for free.
For nothing. So it's time for the thumb. So the former Polish #1 makes his way to the stage to start the night off.
Big lad, isn't he?
Oh, he's got to be 6'4", 6'5".
Gotta be.
He is a very, very imposing figure.
Actually, it would make a good Misfits fight, this one. Willie O'Connor is a very accomplished boxer and still spars to this very day. He still trains down the boxing gym where he lives.
See, every day's a school day. I love learning this stuff from you. So, the thumb...
If Willie had been around in my day, we'd have done rounds, trust me.
No doubt. I don't doubt it for a second.
Ladies and gentlemen from Ireland, taking part in his 9th World Championship, a UK Open semi-finalist. Ladies and gentlemen, he is Ireland's World Cup finalist. Time to meet the Magpie, William
Well done. He looks pensive, but up for it, if you know what I mean.
I get the feeling with William O'Connor that he's not really into the razzmatazz of the walk-ons or anything.
He'd rather just get up there and let's go.
Yep. Get up there, get the darty party started. But yes, William O'Connor arrives on the stage. Oh, now he's working the crowd up a little bit.
I personally think he's massively underrated. Massively underrated.
Well, when you think back to that game against Bo Greaves last year, he was playing the crowd as well as his opponent, as Daryl Gurney will find out in the next hour or so.
Yeah,
but I thought he handled the situation magnificently.
Better than I would have, that's for sure. And Willie has won the darts backstage.
I don't think the bookmakers can.
Well, they went 1-6 Willie O'Connor for this. They give Kciuk absolutely
no chance.
None. And I'll tell you why. Seasonal numbers.
Yep.
10 between them, pretty much.
Well, okay.
94 for Willie, 84 for Krzysztof. They have met twice, and Willie's won both occasions. But they were tight matches. No, they weren't sort of one-sided beatdowns. The 180 line is a worry for me, right? 180 is pretty much one every 3 legs for Willie O'Connor. 1 every 9 legs.
Ooh.
Now, 180 is a key. They give you room to maneuver. And if that kind of stat is relevant, because sometimes it's not, we know that, right? You have nights where a player who's a 180 machine will not hit 1 or 2. And then he'll turn it the next night and he'll hit twice as many as you expect him to hit, which balances out the stats. But I think O'Connor here, I think he's a sure thing personally.
I look at his form in floor tournaments in the latter half of the season. He reached, in the last 10 Pro Tour events, 3 semi-finals and 1 final. Yes, he didn't win, but he went deep.
That Pro Tour is elite, by the way.
Yeah.
Like, they're playing in environments that are perfect, right? So you're getting the best of everybody. The fact that he's done that well just tells you where his game's at right now.
First dart now being thrown by William O'Connor from the Republic of Ireland.
96.
I love the fact this darts has the colours
of the orange and green and white.
As does his shirt, but this is good. What was I talking about, 180s? Well, you couldn't make it up, Dan. I'm out of here. See you, pal.
Ta-da.
It's like going on, go the amp. Oh, I know.
Here comes O'Connor with 3 darts on a pinhead in the same red bit.
That's like maybe doing a football commentary there. There's no chance they score, and they score in the first 30 seconds.
Well, you can't follow it up, Kciuk, but he does get an 85. That's George Noble, you can hear calling out the scores, our referee.
I gotta love this sport.
I know.
It just tees you up and punch you down the road. So, O'Connor, leg 1, set 1. Down to 167 on throw. Both players have hit him max in the opening leg.
Oh, the Wasp, I think, might have put in an early appearance, given the look that Kciuk's just given to his right-hand side.
The Wasp wants to be careful with him.
67.
Jeez.
Here is O'Connor, 167. He's hit
Shots
treble
on
19. Oh, my goodness. Could we have a 167 to kick the night off from the Magpie? Yes! Great start.
Second leg, Krzysztof.
That is an incredible start. A 12-dart hold, a max, and a 167 out. Wow. I love this game.
That's why you pay your money to get your ticket to come to Alexandra Palace.
That's why I pay to come to work, Dance.
Well, that's true.
I would for this seat. O'Connor back in the red bit. This is lovely.
I do love his throwing style as well. It's so orthodox.
Easy on the eye, isn't it?
Yeah. Kciuk with
they're singing his walk-on song.
Yeah, there's the Cranberries are getting a double airing, getting extra royalties from the Performing Rights Society.
Well, we just had a scan of the crowd. I think I played most of them in the fans' village tonight. Jeez, did they give me some abuse?
93.
I'll give some money away tonight, pal.
Oh, well, did you? Oh, well.
Oh, that's always. I'm
But
very generous.
It's the length of the queue to play you that says how much you're loved.
Yeah.
There you go.
And it went on and on.
Snaked around the block.
Yeah.
Kciuk with a
ton,
pear-shaped black flights and stems.
They're not particularly. Well, Willie O'Connor has a sort of pear-shaped style of flight, but they're not as on trend as maybe they were years ago.
No, somewhere in between what he's got there.
Yeah, that's what I mean. They're not a pear, but they're not a normal conventional flight.
Yeah.
This is good from Krzysztof.
Yeah.
Wow.
Good pick off of 6.19s when he needed it. So he's
averaging 102.29. I know we're in leg 2, but
what did you say his seasonal average was? 80?
84.
84.
10 off of
150.
O'Connor's.
Let's see what he's like on an outshot. Well, 150 won't go. Single 20 hit. There's another treble. And went for treble 18 and just narrowly south of it.
So 112 for Willie. Oh, single 20 is awkward. Gets the 54 for 38.
74.
Beautiful, creative darts from Willie O'Connor. He didn't find the double 19, but it was very close. 20 double 16 for Krzysztof. One leg apiece. 17 dart hold. One missed. A double 19 off 112 for Willie O'Connor. He is on it tonight. His eyes are, well, they're just bright.
I don't know, there's something, Mace, about just the way the darts land with O'Connor, the way that they...
I'm 100% with you. I'd love my darts to go in the dartboard like that. They're just assured, aren't they?
Yeah.
It just looks right.
Yes. Same as I thought that when I watched Max Hopp the other day.
Yeah.
His first round encounter, just the way they sit in the board.
Oh,
there's a Max coming here for Willie O'Connor.
I know it's early, but if you wanted to know my pick for tonight, we didn't speak to our friends from...
The bookmakers, no, we didn't know.
Hang on.
Oh, Max from Kciuk, just to further compound Mason's
Yeah, my
misery.
stats. I'm out of here, mate. See you, pal. I'll see you tomorrow.
So go on, what did you have for this one in terms of...
Willie O'Connor to win, most 1/8 is 4-7. He was 1-6 on.
Okay.
We can't back him there.
No.
And obviously, I'm out in hospitality. I'm trying to get the punters a bit of value. So I just broke down
60.
what.
William, you require 84.
And well, of course, because I've done it, it's going against me.
84 required
Yeah,
from O'Connor.
didn't need to go 14 ball because Krzysztof's back on 180. No finish. You can score 180, you just can't finish it. You can bust it. Which he's not going to do.
Before.
Yeah, we have multiple times. So he's got a ton left. That, oh my goodness, how has that not gone in?
William, you require 32.
That almost split the wire.
It did.
2/16 for O'Connor.
Split in atoms.
Double 8 is taken by O'Connor, so he holds throw.
This is quality.
2-1 lead.
What a start to this game. I certainly. Well, I'm glad it's proved me wrong because I didn't expect this.
By no means a walkover for the Magpie.
Well, Krzysztof's form line coming into this was worryingly poor.
He's 45 years of age now, Krzysztof, and I mentioned he was the Polish #1, been usurped by Krzysztof Ratajski, who we saw last night.
He was brilliant, wasn't he?
Getting past Alexis Toilo and saying he walked many kilometres on the stage.
Nearly a 98 average in that, which is typically Ratajski. Reliability. This is brilliant from Kciuk.
Yeah. Lost his tour card 4 years ago and got it back. But he's been doing all right outside of the Pro Tour. Was it mostly Dev Tour he's been doing this year? Or
Challenge Tour, yeah. He's in again. Not followed, but it's right on the wire. Oh, he's just missed treble 18 in treble 1. O'Connor back on 3-2-1. This looks like it's going to go to a fifth leg. O'Connor has other ideas. 3 in 4 legs.
he did play in the WDF Masters this year, Krzysztof, and got to the 4th round. That's the other code of darts. He's just checking with George Noble what he's got left. Goes for treble 10 and hits a single.
141.
1-4-1 for Willie.
It's not going to go, and that would have been for the set. 40 scored.
59. Krzysztof, you require 52.
Averages in this is It's incredible. 106 and 104.
Just inside double 16. Kciuk, one dart left at double 8, and he's pinned that. We're going to a deciding leg in this first set, and so we should, because nobody deserves to be beaten to zip or to 1 in this set. It's been very, very even.
I watch this and I think, how on earth? How's he lost his card? And
39.
this is remarkable.
Yep, he did try and get his tour card back in January at Euro Q School, because there are...
Yeah, there's a UK one and there's a Euro one for everybody in Europe and outside of Europe.
57.
Which tends to be obviously a little bit easier, but not much.
Well, presumably Krzysztof will have another go in January.
Well, the way he's playing here, absolutely.
So, deciding leg. Remember, O'Connor has the darts. He's down on 3-6-6. Kciuk in the red bit with his second
playing
dart.
out of his boots.
100.
And again, that third dart almost splits the wire between the 20 and the treble 20. So he's 22 points ahead after 6 darts each.
60.
And a trebleless visit from Willie opens the door a little bit for the thumb here. This is William O'Connor's 9th successive
And what
World
Willie
Championship.
can do, and I'm sure he won't mind me
97.
saying, he's probably the first to admit it, sometimes when it's in a match like this where he probably feels like what is going on, he can just wobble a bit.
Well, the funny thing is, I look back at the list of players he's played in round
59.
1. He's come up against the likes of Michael Smith, Gabriel Clemens. You know, he's come up against...
The list is endless.
Yeah,
if you have a look at his first round draws, and look what this is a guy that's coming into this tournament with a 12-monthly average
59.
of 84, and not that long ago he was averaging 20 points higher than that. And you begin to think, what's going on? Why is that happening to me again?
96.
96 scored from O'Connor, so he's down to a finish of 151. Kciuk trying to get down from 188.
His favourite for the set. Treble 20.
Unbelievably, he is.
Doesn't follow. May go 18s. No,
100.
he stayed there. He's down at 88.
William
His favourite.
151.
O'Connor wants 151. I know what I'd rather be going at.
Well, he's taken out
88.
167 already. Treble 17 for tops. He's got it. Tops for the set. Oh, O'Connor just dips below.
31.
Wow.
Krzysztof, you require 88.
Incredible effort from O'Connor. So treble 20, double 14. Oh, I'm amazed he's missed the treble, because he's not missed it very often. He wants the ball for the set.
North and east of the bullseye.
William, you require
Not a badly
20.
thrown dart, pal, was it?
No, but 2 10s for O'Connor to secure the set, which he does. And just a bit of passion shown from William O'Connor as he pins that double 10 to take the first set. Whipping up the crowd as well, averaging just under 100 to get that job done. Kciuk 95.6, well above his seasonal average, but not enough as Willie O'Connor takes the first set. Back with set 2 in just a moment on the Darts YouTube channel and on the talkSPORT app here at the PDC World Darts. Well, if you love your darts, whether it's league night, the local, or dreaming of a walk-on anthem, you'll know the right gear makes all the difference. Target Darts are the brand behind Luke Littler's rise, and they've been with Luke from the start, crafting the innovative, high-quality darts that he now uses on the sport's biggest stages. And now Target have taken the home setup to another level with the Omni auto scoring system. Instant, accurate scoring and a slick, modern way to sharpen up your game. So if you want the same equipment trusted by the most electrifying young talent in world darts, visit targetdarts.com and get on target.
It needs to be magic. It needs to be magic. It is magic. 180. Luke Littler, get on target. magic. It is magic. 180. Luke Linkler, get on target. To be magic. It needs
What a
great set.
Yeah, although I love it, it frustrates me to see a player who can produce darts of that ilk that, like you say, is like in and out of having a tool card, because that was special. 95-66 from Kciuk. 2 out of 4 on the doubles, 2 180s, 7 scores of a ton or more. O'Connor's all about the threes. 3 scores between the ton and 139, 3 140s, 3 180s, and 3 out of 6.
Yep.
Beautiful. 167 out. 99.38 from O'Connor. Brilliant, brilliant opening set. Much better. I expected O'Connor to win, but this has been brilliant to watch.
I wonder whether he could make the match play next year, O'Connor, because with the form he's showing at the back end of this year with Pro Tour events.
Yeah, and you're right, because what you do at the back end counts for the next sort of phase.
Yeah.
And O'Connor must be awfully frustrated with his career, because he's got bundles of ability, and that was an example of it. 118 and 167 out for a 12 darter. He missed double 19 on 112 to win in 12 in leg 2. A 118 and 14 dart old in leg 3, and gets it done in leg 5. This is horrible to say, but he has massively underachieved for me. But that's a compliment. That's a compliment.
Yeah.
That's not a negative. That, for me, that's a positive.
Well, the poll that we ran, as we always do before these matches on the YouTube channel, from the votes compiled, 91% of you who voted said that Willie O'Connor would win. Only 9% obviously thought.
I'd like to have seen that vote halfway through that first set.
Yeah, that was definitely just before things got going. So we're back underway. Old darts fans been in touch that apparently Willie's near. I haven't checked the match play qualifications, but he's on the cusp of it already.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, yeah. He's not a million mark, but there's a long way to go between there and the match play.
Oh boy, yes. And we'll be back there in Blackpool next July.
We will. At the Village.
At the Village. So into set 2. Kciuk has the darts in this set. Willie O'Connor did start with a max, but can't follow it in. We had Gemma Hayter 5 darts into a 9 dart leg earlier.
Didn't she play well in the end?
Yeah, after a first set where she was.
Yeah, what a debut here. I try and explain to you, it's not like anywhere else you've ever played darts. It's terrifying.
But she came back and took a set off Josh Rock.
Well, look at his face after he won that.
Yeah.
O'Connor, 2 treble 20s off 236. Thought it was in. Writing it down as a 180 dance. It's a 140 down to 96. Krzysztof back on 314. And Krzysztof started this leg, didn't he?
He did. I don't think he needed that break. I think he was getting some continuity of visits, which has been sort of stymied a bit by the comfort break that they've had between set 1 and set 2. And O'Connor.
It can be a help, it can be a hindrance.
Yeah.
Like if you've been blitzed in a set, you want to come off and reset. If you're in and about it, you want to stay on, which does fascinate me. If you don't need a toilet break, don't come off. Stay up there, because when you go backstage, it's way cooler.
Yeah, it's particularly here. Double 10 for O'Connor is safely dispatched,
And it is, of all the events, like, you know what it's like at the match play, it's just hot everywhere.
Yeah.
But you don't want to go being hot, cold, hot, cold, hot, cold.
So William O'Connor of the Republic of Ireland, a set-up and a leg up. And another beautiful pick-off of 6.19.
He is playing lovely here, averaging nearly 102, and what are we into the fifth leg? Yeah.
60.
Seventh leg.
Seventh leg. It's not lasered in on it. Both in.
140.
No, that's not a max.
Yeah, William O'Connor at the moment is 4th on the Pro Tour Order of Merit list on the match play race.
59.
Vessel Nyman currently top of that. And there's players like Rob Cross, who is not in the top 16 anymore, who's barely hanging on to a top 16 spot in the Pro Tour Order of Merit.
Yeah, he's in on dodgy ground at the minute, as is Peter Wright.
Most definitely. Anyway, more on that.
They're guys that you expect to see there every year. I think we're going to have a real change of the guard over the next couple of years, which will make it more exciting.
I quite agree. 170 for O'Connor. He's take one treble 20, can't hit the second. Goes for treble 18 and hits single. But again, Kciuk is way behind in this leg, this second leg.
72 for O'Connor, 282 for Krzysztof. His level's starting to level out.
100.
Good ton though, but not on a finish. So O'Connor got a bit of a free roll here. Single 16, single 16, tops for 2-0.
52.
Yeah, he's not happy that he didn't get closer with that one. But
well, it's now all about the fours dance.
Yeah.
4 scores are between a ton and 139, 5 140s, 4 180s, 4 out of 9, 44%. Gone from the 3s to the 4s. 5-6 thing or whatever it is.
And once again, double 10 for Willie O'Connor seals the leg.
Yeah, going through the gears now is O'Connor. Well, he's maintaining where Krzysztof fell off.
Yeah, he's still averaging 100, both for this set and for the match in general.
96.
Willie O'Connor very, very consistent.
Yeah, this is a wonderful performance. This is like watching him on the Pro Tours. He does this
100.
often. And they're still singing his walk-on song.
Yeah, the Cranberries is getting more than 50p in their bank account. The Performing Rights Society are listening to this. Can't quite find
60.
a ton there, Kciuk, and he can't believe the third dart didn't nestle in between the first two, which were above and below the red bit. O'Connor's in the red bit.
And again. We often write a song when we're in Blackpool, don't we?
You give me lots of titles to work with, some of which I have used. Some of which Abigail Davis gives me, which I cannot use in any way, shape or form. Matt gave me a song. You saw there was a little thing above one of the plugs that said Temp Pigeon. I still don't know what that means.
Yeah, I've seen that. But that was at match play, wasn't it?
Yeah. There's a match for O'Connor.
About time. He's at 6 140s and 5 180s, and literally the 5 of them 6 140s, he's gone 60-60, and we're expecting it to go in.
32. William, you require 81.
181. He wants 81 for this second set. Oh, treble 19 picked off, double 12.
Get up there, Willie O'Connor. This is lovely.
William O'Connor is right up there with the best of them. He's 2 sets to zip up against Krzysztof Kciuk. We play to a finish next in this first round encounter on the talkSPORT app and the talkSPORT Darts YouTube page.
It needs to be magic. It needs to be magic. It is magic. 180. Luke Linkler gets on target. magic. It is magic. 180. Luke Linkler gets on target.
With him, especially with how Slevin has struggled since.
Yeah, because he's not here.
No, I rate O'Connor. I always have. I just think I just love his action. I love his throw.
Everything about him is so wonderfully uncomplicated.
Yes, exactly. And as a person, he literally is a no-nonsense kind of geezer, right up my alley. He's loving it.
He's getting into it as well.
And rightly so. Averaged 110 in that set. He's averaging 103 in the match. He's 6 out of 11 on his doubles. He's had a 167. He's had 5 180s. What's not to like?
Conducting the fans during a bit of Sweet Caroline is Willie O'Connor, and Krzysztof Kciuk is just caught in the storm. He averaged 72 in that second set, Kciuk, having averaged pretty much a ton in that first set.
Well, yeah, I mean, that was an anomaly, that opening set. I mean, I'm saying to you, well, how on earth is this guy not doing bits? But he's now moving in the direction of his seasonal numbers, which is 84.61. He's at 86.95. So, yes, there was flashes of brilliance in set 1. Ultimately, it's O'Connor 2-0 up. He's only missed a treble in 7 visits in 8 legs.
And still to come tonight on the app and on the YouTube page, Bo Greaves against Daryl Gurney, Nathan Aspinall taking on Lawrence Alagan, and Keen Barry.
That's a banger, by the way.
Yeah, me and Mate will bring you that one.
Yeah, the Aspinall-Ilagan game is a good one. That we're doing that, aren't we?
Yeah, we are, you and me.
Yeah. I mean, Greaves Gurney could be absolutely anything.
That could be fireworks. And then Keen Barry, Tim Pusey to round off the night. Ireland against Australia to complete round 1. So
will there be magnetism on the treble 20 like we've seen in this match? Sorry, Dan.
You snuck it in, didn't you? You just had to.
Sorry, pal. We're not officially on the main.
That was quite cleverly done.
I know. Once a year, broken clocks, right?
Twice a day.
Twice a day.
Into set 3, and Willie O'Connor has the dart, so even more work for Krzysztof Kciuk to have to do to try and get a way back into this game. But O'Connor showing no mercy, pops in a maximum on his second visit.
His 6th. And he's had 6 140s, and 5 of them could have been maxes. 5 of them 6 140s he's hit. He's gone treble 20, and then
81.
Been right on the wire, or he's took a deflection.
Looking very, very, very good so far here, William O'Connor.
I'm pleased for him. I like him. He's a nice fellow who's got, he's doing all right, but I don't think he's got his just rewards personally.
Well, if he continues the form he's shown in the second half of 2025 into next year, then
he might be a late bloomer.
He may well be.
Remember, Peter Wright didn't win a world title until he was 49.
It's very true. Another 180 incoming.
140.
No, 140 in the end from Willie. But still looking completely composed.
Well, he's down to 77 after 12. Krzysztof back on 261 prior to that. He's down at 183. So no real pressure. 57 pound double 10.
Oh.
Wow, no mistake at all.
I'll tell you this. Michael Van Gerwen is the interested spectator watching this because he plays the winner of this match.
Well, if O'Connor plays like this against MVG and he plays like he did in his first round game, there's only one winner.
Yeah, Tatsunami gave MVG one heck of a game yesterday.
And was ordinary.
Yep. So, 2 sets to 0, forgive me. 1 leg to 0 in favour of Willie O'Connor.
100.
He had something about him on the walk on O'Connor, didn't he?
Well, I had that vision that he just didn't want it. He just wanted to get on with the game, but I don't know. He just looked.
Yeah, it was weird. He looked pensive, but also looked like, come on, I'm with you. Just get up there. Let's have a game of darts. I'm not interested in this nonsense. Let's go.
60.
So only 60 from Kciuk. He's trying desperately to stay with the Magpie.
Yeah, good luck with that.
But his accuracy.
100.
I mean, his bad scores are tons.
Yeah, and he's got 6 of those. Kciuk looking to get, well, I mean, he's hit 11 tons, Kciuk, but he just can't get the even bigger scores.
Well,
no, he gets his second 140.
Of course they did.
We're both at it here, aren't we?
Yeah, prior to that, it was 8-1 in 140 plus scores, and that's been his undoing. He's not had enough 2 treble visits to stay with O'Connor. And then you throw in the maxes. It's a tough ask. So O'Connor 164 for 2-0 and 2-0. Trouble 19's found. He wants another. Gets it. Bull. Oh my goodness.
He started the night with a 167. 146
close.
was the width of a wire away.
It literally clipped the wire, moved the ball wire. 146. Not going to go. Single 20. So O'Connor. And this is what you got to take care of. These kind of situations, rather than letting your opponent back in. Be clinical. He has been, in fairness, so far. And he's missed the big 9.
What have you done? You've done it again.
I know.
3 for double 4.
21.
And he's way inside double 4.
Krzysztof
That's the first time tonight that we've seen O'Connor look anything other than completely on it.
No, Kciuk. There's still lots of work to do here. Another 18 leaves ball. 54 leaves double 7. Don't know what he's looking at. You know what you're going at when you're. Oh, what?
I think it's the Wasp again. Oh, he's hit treble 1.
That's just nonsense. You go up, you walk up, right, I want 86. I hit an 80, you know what, another one. He's like looking all over the place. What are you looking at? Looking at the scoreboards.
Double 2 for O'Connor for 2-0. Now he's in the madhouse. Finds it, and he's a little annoyed that he's had to get there to win the leg, but 2 legs to 0 it is. He's 1 away from a match against Michael van Gerwen in the second round on Tuesday next week.
And I haven't got my laptop with me, but this performance dance is right up there with anything we've seen O'Connor produce at a World Championships. This is special.
121.
That's typified by that, where he drifted into 1, but great recovery for a 1-2-1 to start the leg. And Krzysztof Kciuk did his best to try and live with O'Connor in the opening stages, but this is just irresistible from the Magpie. In the red bit again. Twice, maybe 3 times.
A lady. That's a 7th max. That's up there with some of the best 180 hitting dance we've seen in round 1 so far. Good reply from Krzysztof.
7 maxes in just over 10 legs.
And 8 140s. That's the thing there. If they're not 180s, they're 140s. That makes him tough to beat, and he's 50% on the doubles. He's averaging nearly 103. In terms of a World Championship match, it's got to be right up there with the best he's ever produced. And what a time to do it. Well, it's £1 million for the winner.
145 can seal it. Not this time, though. Single 20 hit. But there's another treble. And then picks off the bull. He was wanting 25.
He didn't want it. That's how well he's playing. He's too good. And he's having a little chuckle to himself. Like, wow, how good am I? Oh, and Krzysztof's, well, Robin Hood.
39.
That's what happened, but it just didn't stay in the dark. But it's ended up on the floor. 7 or 3. 7 is found. Double 4. Outstanding.
To get practicing, because the Magpie
he won't want to watch that, because
Bo Greaves up against Daryl Gurney, and Chris Murphy and Paul Nicholson will guide you through that next on the talkSPORT Darts YouTube page, where a fresh stream is about to begin, and on the talkSPORT app on day 9 of the PDC World Championships.